Alright, how's everyone doing today? Today, I alluded to trying to get a whole year's worth of shave out of 50 bucks because it's how much one of those Gillette gift sets was going to cost. And I think that's a bit of a stretch because I had 12 blades, one razor handle, and one can of shave cream, no post-shave, either balm or aftershave. Sorry, I have water in my eyes. Didn't do any pre-shave because couldn't afford it with the 50 bucks. So with that, I got a blade sample pack, a jar of Proraso, a Wishi razor, and I know a lot of people are probably already rolling their eyes thinking there's no way. I'll tell you more about this here in a minute. A pretty nice, this thing is heavy. This is a solid acrylic, faux badger synthetic. Hopefully the knot doesn't come out while I'm using it. And then Florida water. So synthetics are a high value item and they're also easy to care for. So, and I've used Florida water previously. This is kind of like a 4711, the Eau de Cologne. I've used Proraso before. Easy to lather, fairly inexpensive. You can pick it up in a lot of places. It comes with a cream and also in soap, which is what we have here in this tub. And then a sample pack of blades. So the razor was $19.88, the blades were $8.99, the aftershave was $5.46, the soap was $10, and the brush was $7.99, and it all equals out to $52.32. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not particularly soaking this, I'm gonna do it fairly quickly. Get it warm, get it kind of tempered up with the warm water I have there in the bowl. And we're gonna open up this razor here. All right. And this is the, what does it say? 9306A. And most of the Wishi razors, it comes with a pack of Dorcos and a brush. Most of the Wishi razors are silver colored, or maybe it's brass color as well, but this thing is actually fairly heavy. Let's get that off there. That's gonna look terrible. That's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in there. And the reason that this particular one, the reason I'm making the model number obvious, 9306A, is because it's made from noble cuprium, which is a copper alloy, and brass is a copper alloy. Most of the razors are made out of like a pot metal or cheaper metal. So we're gonna get started here, and I just shaking out most of it, and we're gonna get started here with the Proraso. And we're almost 4 minutes in, and there's no shaving. That's a good scent. Yeah. Classic eucalyptus and menthol. And I don't know if this is enough for a year, but you only get one can with that Gillette thing. So I felt as if it was fairly equivalent. Let's get some more water on that. And I'm a fan of this type of silver tip. It reminds me of the L'Occitane hair. The difference is there's many more fibers in this than what was in the original L'Occitane. That's why it gives it an actual backbone. The L'Occitane brushes were notorious for being what people would describe as floppy and did not have any back. And this one's got backbone for days. Kind of put it on the chin, open it up a little bit. And I'll leave a link in the description to these products. I got them off Amazon. Because you can't just go to Walmart and get your bits. And there were cheaper things. It could be done for way less. There were cheaper razors. There were less expensive aftershaves, and there were less expensive soaps. I think you could have picked up some Hashlinger soap, which would have probably given a better post shave and better slickness. But it was just that their small puck, and I wanted to get a high value product. Those Hashlinger are high value, but we're competing with trying to get a whole year, which I believe 12 of those little cartridges were a bit of an overstatement by the Gillette company here. All right, so let's get started. Nothing in there. This is actually fairly weighty. Feels about as heavy as my Gillette Red Tip, to be fair. Let's pick a blade that we've used before. Shark, no, I like Bolzano's. There we go. Silver blue. I'm gonna use that. Let's see how many in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 4, 6. There's 30 blades in there. Yeah. Depending on how many times you shave a week, I might be able to get you through 6 months, 7 months. I think one of those cartridges per month is a little absurd. It's gonna be a long video, y'all. I'm sorry. I did want to introduce all the products individually and unbox them. Here we go. Let's get started. And this is my first use of this razor. Never used it. All right. Let's get started. Make sure the blade reveal is the same. Perfect. It's mild, but it feels like it's doing the job. We'll just see. This is a really mild. It's more mild than the Red Tip. The weight's nice though, and there's no pressure. Use pressure and you'll get some irritation. This Proraso is slicker than, I feel like this Proraso, I should say, is slicker than the cream Proraso. But what do I know? There we go. It's really comfortable. There's obviously a lot of growth left, but it's not about getting rid of it all at once. I'll say it is comfortable. The razor and blade combination is comfortable, but silver blues do really well for me. Anyway, And that soap has held on to its moisture pretty well. Let's get rid of that. I felt like I looked a little ridiculous. That thickness is pretty good. A nice shape so far. There we go. Flip it over. It does feel more efficient than the Heritage razor. That first time I used it, but it was a different blade that I used in it, so I don't know if the comparison's particularly fair. All right. Let's see, across the grain, still relative amount of growth everywhere. All right, let's go in here. Now, without using any pressure, which that's a quick way to get some irritation. There is a slight amount of growth, not on the cheeks, a little up here, right where I started changing the angle, and right here. So up here, which is normal, I start changing the angle so I don't take out my sideburns. Here, where it dips in. So always have thick growth right here. Neck feels good. So here, here, and here. And that's from earlier today. If you see that, had a little spot there. I just couldn't leave it alone. Any of the irritations there is from shave the other day. There we we go. Look at that. And no matter what you do, if you're dealing with a mild razor or extra stubborn growth, do not put pressure. Do yourself a favor. Do not put pressure. You'll regret it days later. All right. No, all it be growth going that way. I can't go against the grain. Go that way, doesn't feel super smooth that way, and down. All right. So, let's get washed off. Okay. Florida water. I'm dripping. Pretty good size open in there, so doesn't restrict much. It's a citrus, white floral. It's got a little bit of slip to it. Either that or it's the residue, maybe a little bit of the residual slickness from the soap. It's got a little bit of a slip to it, and that's a smell a little bit of spice, musk. White floral. It's really bright. That's really nice. I actually like this more than 4711. So that is a high value. This was how much? $5.46. That little bitty thing of 4711 aftershave was like $15, and you get twice as much with that. So that is a high value product, and it's nice. No burn, no sting. Very smooth, comfortable shave. Moderately impressed with this. We'll try a different stuff in it, like a Kai, a feather, see if it'll bring it out. Brush performed beautifully, and can't really beat a synthetic knot when it comes to care. I don't have to do much for it. Just rinse it out, flick it, and back to normal. I'll have to rinse it out just a bit better, but these are awesome, and the fibers per inch are high enough to where it still has some backbone. Better than the original L'Occitane. The Proraso perform beautifully. All these are high value products, and I wouldn't particularly say this be your first razor, or maybe if you have light growth, it could be. It did perform great. It just is not as aggressive or efficient to me yet as a Merkur 34 series or the DE89 series from Edwin Jagger. But the weight is great. I'm actually rather impressed. I'm not upset about that purchase at all. $20 feels like a bargain. All right, that's it for today. Everyone leave your thoughts, comments down below. Yeah, if you have a product that you would interchange with some of this stuff, or think that, oh, well, you can't really get a year's worth of shave out of it. So I don't know why this is even a video. Let me know. I'll talk to you all soon.